Hey guys, and welcome to another GTA 5 car review. And today we're taking a look at this very heavily custom Albany Cavalcade Classic. Now, of course, in comparison to the Cavalcade Classic reviewed earlier in this channel, this one is very different because it does feature aftermarket paint, custom rims, tires, etc. This vehicle also features a custom engine, custom exhaust, custom bumpers, custom grille, custom hood, custom roof racks, custom side skirts, custom paint, and basically custom everything you can think of in this car, as well as even the hood ornament. I think is different. This will be an in-depth review of the Cavalcade Classic. Start it up, show the engine and exhaust clips, as well as take a look at the interior as well as the exterior. Take it on a brief test drive around the block, and then come back with some extra stuff you can kind of look into with this car as you can purchase it from the internet. Relatively, not really that cheap, but you can really get a hold of it. So, let's start up the Cavalcade. With this Cavalcade, since it is a personal vehicle of mine, I can use remote start as well as the vehicle remote functions, where you can turn on your lights, change your radio station, as well as other stuff using just simply the remote vehicle functions menu if you go to your interaction menu. You can also open the doors, restrict your vehicle access, as well as other stuff in these personal vehicles. So, oh wait, I forgot to turn the car off. Alright, so let's go ahead and climb on in. The car here is pictured in a color made to mimic MSO's cerulean blue, which has worked really well. A lot of the cars in my personal garage are painted in this color, as you probably saw with the Merriweather Mesa, as well as this here too, as well as there's probably going to be another car later on in the film. I think it's a Bravado Yoga that is also this color. It has a matte black accent stripe on the hood, which came standard with the car when I purchased it, and all that. So let's go ahead and climb on in and start it up. As you remember, the other wrap steering wheel. This one has an aftermarket truck horn. Power drive through this modern the modern version has an 8-speed automatic, while this one probably has a 4 or 5-speed. As we all know, it's still an automatic in GTA terms. I have not really gotten a chance to open up and count how many gears this car has, as I do not believe they were advertised. Alright, so let's take a look at the exterior. Now, the Albany Cavalcade is probably one of the most popular cars for customization because there are some stuff that make this car unique to any other vehicle in the game when it comes to customization. While it does not share it with the current Cavalcade modern version, the Classic is the most well-known for all sorts of stuff. It is probably one of the most heavily customizable SUVs I've ever driven, next to the Dubsta, which I did have one for a short bit of time, but I didn't customize it at all. This car, of course, wins overall in looks because it is probably better looking than the Dubsta when it comes to customization options. This one features, of course, the aftermarket paint MSO cerulean blue with the black matte stripe, the custom grille, the mesh grille with the custom front splitter, probably going to be replaced with the high-end, with like the super aero bumper later on. Some high-end SUV rims, made to mimic, I forgot what the rim was called, but it was in Midnight Club 3, with the custom tires, same story in the back rims. As well as a custom rear bumper with quad titanium exhaust pipes, as well as other stuff. Now, ways to get the Cavalcade is $60,000 in Southern San Andreas Auto Superstore, as I'm going to go ahead and show you now. You can simply go to the internet, go to your travel and transport, and go down to Southern San Andreas Autos. It's not too far down the list. It's in the, I believe, luxury section, and you can quickly find it there and purchase it. Now, of course, with the two Cavalcades, you get your option of the $60,000 Classic, which is what this is, and your $70,000 Modern. Now, for this specific version, it is a Classic, so therefore it's a $60,000. It does apparently now I can kind of tell it's a 4-speed automatic, all-wheel drive. You can kind of get a general idea of what this vehicle is supposed to be based off of as the Escalade. So you can kind of get a general idea of what to look for if you're looking to buy one. Now, of course, these cars are very common if you're driving an SUV or a very high-end car throughout downtown Los Santos. If you get out of downtown Los Santos, they become very hard to find. Now, on the highway that I've been driving on, you can find these very frequently at nights in a high-end vehicle, which at the time I was in a Turismo R, I could find these every 5 seconds. So there's always that stuff. So let's go ahead and pop the hood. Now, under the hood is the real-life version of the engine is a Chevrolet Vortec V8, but of course in this game it is not a Vortec because it's a GTA, and I do not know exactly what the name or displacement of this engine is, but I do know it is a V8, and you can kind of tell that you can find an alternator if you look really closely. It's kind of a little interesting snippet. I've never seen an alternator in any of these other cars. As well as your usual stuff. Now, power, of course, the top speed of stock was 145 miles per hour, according to the game. Now, of course, this one is modified with the first EMS upgrade, so it probably puts out probably a bit more power with a higher top speed. I'm probably guessing around 160 now in this specific version, but I'm not quite sure. I haven't gotten a chance to top speed run it. Let's just go ahead and shut the hood. We'll probably need that open for the sound clip, but all right, let's get ourselves a sound clip, shall we? The interior of the Cavalcade Classic, as you probably remember from the first video, is very basic and it was very common interior seen on these bigger vehicles. The Mesa, the Sadler, the Bison, this, and a few other trucks I've driven, as well as the Class A Moonbeam Custom, had this as a stock interior. Very basic, run-of-the-mill. You know, it's everywhere, and it bothers me that so many cars have this interior, which, you know, it is what it is. Rockstar needed to save time on making these interiors. So let's go ahead and check out the back seats as well as the trunk in a moment, once I get the hood shut. Alright, with the back seats, you get a lot more space than you would in the Mesa. Of course, now, this being a luxury SUV, you are going to get more space. It's natural for a car of this size to have more luxury space. Leather wrap seats, you know, it looks very nice and comfortable. So now let's open probably one of the biggest things that made the Cavalcade so famous, what you can do inside the trunk. As you can see, this is a 10,000 watt ICE installation kit. This specific one, I cannot seem to get underneath the trunk or to get a better view. Okay, dang it, okay. Yeah, it's 10,000 watts. You get 3 subs, two, I'm guessing around 5,000 watt amps, as well as an LCD screen down here in the bottom. And of course, this is exclusive and unique to the Cavalcade Classic, as I've already attempted to get it on the Cavalcade Modern, and you cannot do so. Of course, this is not a lowrider vehicle. This makes it one of the only, if not the only, civilian car that is not available for lowrider tuning that can get a speaker box in the back. So let's go ahead and take it on a test drive. This will be a combination of first-person and third-person views. I'm going to start off in first as we get up to the street. Hopefully it won't wreck it like I did the last SUV I reviewed. I'm going to go into the third person. You hear the engine get loud. A lot of nice cars on the road today. A lot of Mesas, a lot of Ruiners, a lot of other nice cars you can find in this game. And I know I'm driving kind of slow, but I'm trying to save the car. I'm trying to refrain from crashing it like I did the Mesa. Oh, see? About to wreck it right there. Barely missed that light pole. It's starting to rain a little bit. Alrighty. Well, that will do it for this in-depth review of the Albany Cavalcade Classic. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.